Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another gold guide. This time we're stopping by Dragon Soul, another cataclysm raid. As you would know if you saw my other videos, cataclysm raid farming is a great way to make some quick gold. Dragon Soul is no exception, but it's also one of the hardest if you don't know the strategies. It's located in the Caverns of Time in Tanarus at coordinates 6450. Make sure you have the difficulty set to 25-man heroic before zoning in to maximize gold income. You also get a shot at a cool mount at the end of it if it's on 25-man heroic. I did a few runs of this place, and on average you get 2200 to 2300 gold in around 30 minutes if you know the fights. You get all of this gold from the bosses and from vendoring the gear that you pick up. If you have a decent alt army built up, the gold really adds up quickly, and it's a good way to pay for your monthly time token. Most of the fights are face roll, but there are a few tricky ones that you'll die on if you don't know the fight. In this video I'll try to explain the more tricky fights to the best of my ability. For the Altraxian fight, this is just a DPS check. The ability you gotta worry about is called Twilight Eruption. The dragon aspects will be assisting you in this fight and they'll have shields on themselves. Altraxian will take out their defenses one by one, and when he does, he'll start casting the spell and it'll insta-kill you no matter what you do. The best way to avoid this I found is to just kill him before any of that happens. Trinkets, potions, heroism, use anything you can that'll take this guy down as fast as possible. Next up is the airship fight. War Master Blackhorn is the name of the actual boss. The only thing noteworthy on this fight are the sappers. Through the fight, these goblin sappers will be dropped on the ship. Just kill them as soon as they drop. Make sure you don't let them reach the engine room or else the ship might blow up. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Just kill the enemies as they get dropped onto the ship and kill the harpoon drakes once they get close enough. The next one is the big one, and that's the Spine of Deathwing. This is going to be the one where most people die. It's pretty hectic at first, but once you get the strategy down, it's not too bad. When the fight starts, you'll be on Deathwing's back. Identify what direction his head is in. The goal here is to tear off his armor plates and reach his head. You're going to see 4 orange tentacles. When you kill them, they'll spawn a hideous amalgamation. Corrupted bloods also then start spawning from the pool that they leave behind. When you kill a corrupted blood, it leaves a little pool on the ground that when an amalgamation walks over it, it'll get a stacking buff. When that buff reaches 9 stacks, it'll explode. The goal here is to get this thing to explode near Deathwing's armor plates to unlatch it for a short time. Then when it's unlatched, there'll be a tendon that's exposed, and when you kill it, the armor plate will fly off. When you knock off 3 armor plates, the fight is over. The tricky part is that when all of this is happening, Deathwing is trying to launch you off of his back. To prevent him from doing this, you have to have an even number of players on each side of his back. Obviously, if you're solo though, you can't do that. There are a couple of ways of dealing with this though. The first is to go back and forth between his left side and right side so he never rolls. Once you're on one side, it takes around 8 seconds for him to actually roll and throw you off of his back. If you go back and forth over and over, the timer will reset and he'll never roll. This is easier said than done though, because you're going to be trying to actually progress down his spine during all of this, and it's easy to lose track and get thrown off. The second way to deal with this is to stand in the pool where you kill a tentacle. When you're in these pools, even if he rolls, you won't be thrown off his back. It is important to note that the amalgamations get thrown off too, however, and we need those alive to take off the armor plates. So the way I do this, and it might change depending on what class you are, I'm a Death Knight so I have a lot of survivability, but what I do is at the start of the fight I kill 3 tentacles, and I stand in one of the pools next to the armor plate. Now obviously Deathwing is going to roll, but that's fine for now. Right now your only goal is to build up 9 corrupted bloods. So start counting them as they spawn, and it'll help if you have the monster health bars enabled. Anything to heal yourself is important too, because you're going to be tanking these until you have 9 of them. Once you get 9 bloods, kill the 1 remaining tentacle to spawn the amalgamation. Don't kill the amalgamation. Remember that we need this guy to run over the 9 energy pools that spawn when you kill the corrupted bloods. Now here's where you're going to start dancing between Deathwing's left and right side. It's really important. If you mess up, both you and the amalgamation will fly off and die. Now you want to AoE down all 9 of the bloods and run the amalgamation over the pools that they spawn. He'll get 9 stacks of that buff and he'll blow up Deathwing's armor plate. Make sure you kill the bloods near the armor plate to ensure that the explosion will be close enough. But we're not done yet. Once the armor plate is busted, it'll reveal a burning tendon. DPS that down and then the armor plate will then fly off. And while you're doing this, make sure you move back into a pool left behind by a tentacle so you don't get thrown off. And that's all there is to it. Do that 2 more times and you'll have beaten the Spine of Deathwing fight. It can be a really frustrating fight because there's a lot of multitasking, but once you have the strategy down, you can do it pretty much every time, so just keep at it if you fail. And next up is the Madness of Deathwing. This one is surprisingly easy compared to the Spine. For this one, the only thing you need to worry about are the mutated corruptions. These will attack the dragon aspects who are assisting you in this fight, so just make sure you kill those as soon as they pop up. Other than that, just attack his arms and hop between the platforms when you need to. Once you take out all of his arms, his head will drop on the center platform. Just DPS that down to finish the fight. And with that, I've covered every Cataclysm raid that's worth doing. If you're curious about the others, check out my channel because I covered all of them. I hope you found this video helpful, and as always, thanks for watching, good luck, and peace!